Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Through the wastelands, through the highway.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ainatul Mardah binti Suhaimi. My metric number is 278795. So for per word video, I and Anis Nadira choose topic entertainment for the video. We want to share with all of you about movie. So I choose Squid Game movie. Synopsis. The movie Squid Game highlight children game that can take people live to pay off their debt. The name Squid Game comes from a popular game from Korea that is played on a white field and painted with the shape of a squid. The Squid Game drama begins with the story of a widower who lives surrounded by debt named Song Kin-ho. One day, he was approached by a man in a coat who invite him to play Dadaji, which is a flippy card game in the middle of the subway. The condition of the Dadaji game is that if Song Kin-ho wins, he will be given cash and slap the man, but if he loses, he will be slapped and get the money. Even though he slapped multiple times whenever he lost, Song Kin-ho is very excited when he can get a lot of money. After that, that guy invites Song Kin-ho to join the Squid Game to win more money. Song Kin-ho desperately needs for money to get custody of his child. He joined the Squid Game without thinking. When Kin-ho arrived at unknown competition location, he found that his shirt has been exchanged to a dark grey sportswear with the number 456. Kin-ho met other participants among them is an elderly uncle with the number 001 and his college friend Sang-woo with number 218. All participants have the same background that is surrounded by a lot of debt. At first, they don't know that their lives are at stake through this children game. The first gameplay was red light, green light. In the first game, there is a big robot and having sharp eyes which shoot straight at the participant who is found moving when it turns around. The game area which was so cheerful continued to change the atmosphere into a bloody battlefield because more participants were shot. From the first game, the participants understand that this Squid Game is actually a survival competition and the losing participant will be eliminated in such a brutal way. Life lesson that we can take from a Squid Game movie is the choice we make today affect our future. The decision we make not only shape our present but also see our future. Gi-hoon, as a lead character, show a lot of imperfection. Based on his current state in life, it's obvious that the guy was not always a straight arrow. All his actions in the past came to bite him in the present. His broken marriage, losing his child due to his inability to support her, and the pain of seeing his mom working out on her much needed treatment all took a toll on him. Unfortunately, the wrong call only led him to even greater danger. Next is gambling never give you an insurance for a better life. They say that a gambler is nothing but a man who made his living out of falsehood. We can see how Gi-hoon struggled with this demon and probably most of the people involved in this game. It may be a way to win a quick buck, but it never guaranteed. The more you push your dream to be the slimmest of chance, you could end up losing everything. Gi-hoon should use the money his mom gave to him to buy his daughter a special meal on her birthday. Or he should bought her toy directly instead of wasting his daunting cash on the claw machine. If you look closely, he seemed to enjoy the thrill of things that uncontained. Life lesson that we can learn from the Squid Game movie is the best time to get insurance when you don't need it yet. If you can believe me, putting what you have on the line, getting insurance means securing your future. Some people still see it as extra burden, especially when it adds to their bill. But when the need for it arises, it may just be too late to act. In episode 2, Kim Hoon urged his mom to get her diabetic foot treatment, only to be reminded by her that he stopped paying for the health insurance a year ago. His old and frail mother had no choice but to wobble her way out of the hospital because they could not afford it. This reminds us that we shouldn't wait before things get desperate to invest in insurance. The purpose of the movie is we can learn how to protect a financial account. When a Squid Game contestant steals his mother's ATM card and enters his own daughter's date of birthday as the correct PIN number, it's an important reminder to protect all of your financial account. Get a PIN that makes it harder to anyone to steal your money. Create strong spread password and store them safely to protect yourself from hackers. Secondly is learn to spend your money wisely. Squid Game tells the story of people who are struggling with financial issues due to poor choice in life. Spending wisely simply means having the knowledge and confidence to make the most of your money. No matter how big or small your income is, not overspending is a critical habit to get into. If you spend it wisely, you will find more opportunity to save and grow your financial instead. Con of the movie is content not suitable for children. Squid Game has an element that is not good to be shown to minor because there is an element of sex and also violence and murder in the game. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Anis Najira bin Basir. My matric number is 280613. The second movie is about Parasite. The film starts with the Kim family, a South Korean family struggling with poverty in a poor neighborhood in an unnamed city. Ki-taek and Chung-soo are having trouble finding employment, and their children, Ki-woo and Ki-jung, are trying to help in whatever way they can. After struggling to make ends meet folding pizza box for a local pizza restaurant, the Kim are visited by one of Ki-woo's wealthier friends, Min-hyuk, who offers to refer him to a job tutoring for a wealthy family, the Parks. The Parks go on a camping trip for Da-sung's birthday, leaving the house empty. The Kim family move in for the weekend and luxurious. It's all fun and games until Moon-gwang shows up, insisting that she left something at the house. The rest of the family hides as Chung-soo lets her in, and Moon-gwang reveals a bunker in the basement of the house, a lair that was installed by the architect who built it and which even the Parks have no knowledge of. Down in the basement is Gyun-se, Moon-gwang's husband, who is hiding from long shots. Then Moon-gwang begs Chung-soo not to say anything to the Parks, but Chung-soo threatens to tell them. Suddenly, the Kims fall down the stairs of the bunker in a pile after listening on the conversation. Realizing that they are all related, Moon-gwang takes an incriminating video of them and threatens to send it to the Parks. A fight breaks out in the living room of the house, and the Kim manage to get Moon-gwang and her husband down into the bunker. But suddenly, Mistress Park calls and tells Chung-soo that they are heading home after the campgrounds flooded from a rainstorm. The Kims get trapped in the house, hiding under the coffee table when the Parks arrive home. When Moon-gwang tries to ascend the stairs and reveal herself, Chung-soo kicks her down, concussing and killing her. When Da-sung wants to sleep in a tent outside, Mr. and Mistress Park sleep on the couch to watch over him. Ki-taek, who is hiding under the table, hears Mr. Park discuss his unsavory smell. Eventually, the Kims are able to accept, but when they return home, they find their apartment is completely flooded. The next day, Mistress Park calls each of them in to work on Da-sung's birthday party, which will take place on the lawn. When Ki-woo goes into the basement, Gyun-se attacks him and but bludgeons him in the head with the rock. Gyun-se then emerged onto the lawn party, stabbing Ki-jong in the chest with a knife. As Da-sung fans in fear, Mr. Park yells at Ki-taek to throw him the car keys so that they can take Da-sung to the hospital. When Ki-taek throws the keys, they land under Gyun-se, who is fighting with Jong-seok. After Jong-seok stabs Gyun-se with a meat skewer, Mr. Park grabs the keys from under him, but in the process goes at Gyun-se's smell. This sets off Ki-taek, who stabs Park in the chest before running away and escaping into the basement bunker unseen. Ki-woo wakes up in the hospital and learns about what happens. He stands in the woods near the Park's house, which has been bought by Germans, and observes that the chancel light is turning on and off in a pattern like a Morse code. He translates the code and realizes that it is a message from his father, who is living in the bunker. He writes his own letter back in which he dreams about buying the house for himself and reuniting his family. So that's all of the synopsis of Parasite movie. The next one is a life lesson from the Parasite movie. The first one is greed is destructive. If this movie is a mirror of society, then the reflection in it is not the most beautiful. Greed is the main motive in Parasite, and we have the chance to observe how toxic it is. The family who is living in poverty, motivated by greed, take an opportunity to exploit the wealth and knife of the rich. Kids believe that bad things happen only to them and that it is easier to be nice when you are rich, but they are ignorant and blind to what consequences their actions have. Some argue that greed is what stimulates people to achieve success. If the definition of greed would be having the ambition to become a better person professionally and get fairly rewarded for that, it will be a different story. I would not consider that greed, but the greediness that exists in today's society is all about getting more and more, is about never having enough. And the biggest problem with greed is that so often it drives someone to activities that eventually harm others. The second one is everyone wants to feel important. The problem thought is not in the wanting to feel important, because that is a normal human need. If we don't feel important, we are more likely to experience depression and low self-worth. As a result, we can become easily manipulated. Being proud of yourself is not a bad thing, but feeling more important, more worthy of life and happiness than other people, and becoming controlled by this desire, that is an issue. There is a difference between being confident in yourself and feeling as if your worth is more significant than the one of other human beings. Instead of viewing people from either above or below, how about meeting each other at eye level? The third one is awareness is hard, ignorance is easy. The wealthy part is comfortable in their life, hyper simple, so simple that they are naive and blind to the suffering of other humans. They do not recognize that someone at the same time is living a really difficult life. Their world is still spinning smoothly, while other people in the opposite class experience what seems to take them a tragedy. The poor Kim family, however, are not portrayed as better in that matter. They are equally ignorant of others' misery. They don't see how they are damaging life because they are experiencing different realities. Too often we are ignorant of the fact that our reality is not all there is. We view life from a tunnel vision perspective. Being aware of everything is also not possible, but the least we can do is recognize our ignorance. Recognize that our point of view is nothing more than our individual glasses that we put on. It does not depict the truth. Everyone has their own. So that's all from the life lesson of Parasite movie. So that's all from me. Thank you.